Anyone who cannot come to terms with his life while he is alive needs one hand to ward off a little his despair over his fate, but with his other hand he can note down what he sees among the ruins. Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old. By believing passionately in something that still does not exist, we create it. The non-existent is whatever we have not sufficiently desired. Don't despair, not even over the fact that you don't despair. God gives the nuts, but He does not crack them. He who seeks does not find, but he who does not seek will be found. How pathetically scanty myself knowledge is compared with, say, my knowledge of my room. There is no such thing as observation of the inner world as there is of the outer world. In argument, similes are like songs in love. They describe much, but prove nothing. It is not necessary that you leave the house. Remain at your table and listen. Do not even listen, only wait. Do not even wait, be wholly still and alone. The world will present itself to you for its unmasking. It can do no other. In ecstasy it will writhe at your feet. Life's splendor forever lies in wait about each one of us in all its fullness, but veiled from view, deep down, invisible, far off. It is there, though, not hostile, not reluctant, not deaf. If you summon it by the right word, by its right name, it will come. May I kiss you then, on this miserable paper? I might as well open the window and kiss the night air. One of the first signs of the beginning of understanding is the wish to die. Productivity is being able to do things that you were never able to do before. Start with what is right rather than what is acceptable. You can hold yourself back from the sufferings of the world. That is something you are free to do, and it accords with your nature. But perhaps this very holding back is the one suffering you could avoid. A belief is like a guillotine, just as heavy, just as light. A book should be an ice axe to break the frozen sea within us. A first sign of the beginning of understanding is the wish to die. Anything that has real and lasting value is always a gift from within. Association with human beings lures one into self-observation. Better to have and not need than to need and not have. By believing passionately in something that still does not exist, we create it. The non-existent is whatever we have not sufficiently desired. Do not waste your time looking for an obstacle. Maybe there is none. Don't bend, don't water it down. Don't try to make it logical. Don't edit your own soul according to the fashion. Rather, follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly. Don't despair, not even over the fact that you don't despair. He is terribly afraid of dying because he hasn't yet lived. I am a cage in search of a bird. I can love only what I can place so high above me that I cannot reach it. I do not read advertisements. I would spend all my time wanting things. I usually solve problems by letting them devour me. I write differently from what I speak. I speak differently from what I think. I think differently from the way I ought to think. And so it all proceeds into deepest darkness. I'm tired, can't think of anything, and want only to lay my face in your lap, feel your hand on my head, and remain like that through all eternity. Idleness is the beginning of all vice, the crown of all virtues. In the struggle between yourself and the world, second the world. It's often safer to be in chains than to be free. Many a book is like a key to unknown chambers within the castle of one's own self. Religions get lost as people do. Start with what is right rather than what is acceptable. The history of mankind is the instant between two strides taken by a traveler. The meaning of life is that it stops. Theoretically, there is a perfect possibility of happiness, believing in the indestructible element in oneself and not striving towards it. There are two cardinal sins from which all others spring: impatience and laziness. There is an infinite amount of hope in the universe, but not for us. They're talking about things of which they don't have the slightest understanding anyway. It's only because of their stupidity that they're able to be so sure of themselves. What do I have in common with the Jews? I don't even have anything in common with myself. Writers speak a stench. You are free, and that is why you are lost. You can hold yourself back from the sufferings of the world. That is something you are free to do, and it accords with your nature. But perhaps this very holding back is the one suffering you could avoid. Youth is happy because it has the ability to see beauty. Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old. Don't bend, don't water it down, don't try to make it logical. Don't edit your own soul according to the fashion. Rather, follow your most intense obsessions mercilessly.